I'm Dave Foord, and in this short screencast I'm going to show how easy it is to find and use images legally, which we can then use in our teaching resources. Now in this case I'm going to find an image which I'm going to put into a presentation. Here I'm using OpenOffice, but the principles are exactly the same for Microsoft PowerPoint or any other software where you might want to use an image. So first of all, I'm going to go onto the internet. And I'm going to go to a website called www.compfight.com. Now what this does is it will search Flickr for images that are released under what are called Creative Commons. So what I need to do here is type in whatever it is I want to find an image of. So let's say I'm doing a presentation on mobile phones. I can type in the word mobile phone, and then along here I've got three options. So against Creative Commons, I just click on this word here and it will just scroll through the three settings. Now if I go for Creative Commons only, it will search for only items where the person who has uploaded it has said you can use it. If I choose off, it will just search the whole of Flickr, so you'll find images that you can use as well as images that you can't. So I'm not going to use that one. Or if I use commercial, it's gone for an even higher level of permission, where it's not just a case of I can use images, I can also use them in a commercial sense. Okay, now in education, the only setting should be okay, but if you're not sure, the commercial setting is the sort of the highest level. We can then choose whether we want to go for the originals or sort of ones that have been adapted from originals. Okay, I'm going to keep that as on. It should keep the quality higher. And then you've got safe search, so it will filter out any images which may not be appropriate. So I'll turn that on. So I'm going to do a search. And what this is doing is it's searching through Flickr for any images which are matched to those items there, which the person who has uploaded it has said you can use this for commercial purposes. So I've found an image. Let's say I want to use this one. I can click on the image, and what that's going to do is it's going to take me to the Flickr page where that image exists. If I look down here on the right hand side, somewhere on the right hand side it will give me some information about what I can do with it, some rights reserved. If I click on that, it will take me to a page which will tell me what I can do, but I'm assuming it will be okay because I've chosen commercial earlier on. Now all I need to do here is click on all sizes, and I can then choose the size that I want to save. Now I'm going to go for medium, and I'm going to download it. Okay, where do I want to save it to? Let me click on save, click on OK, and it saved it to the downloads area. What I'm then going to do, before I upload this into my presentation, is I'm actually going to do one step further. I'm going to go back to the Flickr photo page, I'm going to go to the address, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go to another website called ImageStamper. Now ImageStamper, you create an account on it, and what I can do is I can then stamp an image. So I click on that, and I then paste in the web address for the image that I've just found. And what this is doing is it's then going to find the image on Flickr, it's going to find the copyright or the Creative Commons license that's attached to it, and it's going to save it. So here's my image here, here's what the attribution is, and here is the date in which I've used it. Now the point of this is if I use an image and then at some point in the future the person who uploaded it to Flickr changes the attribution, I could be in trouble, because I could be then using an image which doesn't effectively give me the right to do it. But if I've done this, I can then come back and say, well hang on, when I downloaded it, it said I could use it. So I just use it as an extra level of sort of security. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to bring up my presentation where I want to insert the image, and in this case I go to the insert menu, I'm going to insert a picture from file. I then need to find out where it is saved. In my case it's in a downloads folder, that's the name of the file. I can click on that and I can open. I can drop it into my presentation. If I want to resize it, I always go for a corner because that will then keep it in proportion rather than distorting it. And as good practice, I'm going to paste the web address where I found it from underneath so that I've got the reference. Now it doesn't have to be that big, so I can change the font size to make it quite small. Okay, but as long as it's there for future reference.